Hey, what's up, y'all? So today we're in beautiful Finland, Helsinki, and we're right by the coast of the Baltic Sea. It's gorgeous, guys. Have a look. We got our cool villa, and we got our sauna bath house, and we also have the nature, the woods around us. And it's beautiful. Lately we've been living in a lot of rural communities, and it's been really nice because it kind of gives us a perspective into, do we really need much to be happy? Like, we were just at this farm in Hungary, and it's a self-sustained farm. They're completely off the grid. They're not connected to any society in a sense where they don't, have anything to do with their electricity. They have their own source of water. They got well water. They don't have laundry machines. They're just doing laundry on their own with their hands. They have their own drinking water from a well. They don't have any Wi-Fi. So it's like, it's pretty cool. How are they, and they're living in Hungary in the middle of Europe. How are they alive? How are they functioning? Do we really need that much to be happy? Do we really need like a 6th floor penthouse, in the middle of the city, with all the amenities? Do we really need all that to be happy? So we just thought, it's nice to see people that are so loving and kind, and they don't have much to offer, but they offer everything. They offer the whole world. So that's the topic for today, folks. Today we're just gonna talk about, do we really need much to be happy?
That's a great topic.
This is the entrance of the temple. Beautiful homes here all around Vrindavan. It's like a complete forest. Yogi. It's amazing. I think it's one of the best communities in the world. Farm communities. Radhe Shyam.
It's not like it's like you've got really bad and you go kind of nice levels of road. The cat's kind of, yeah, it's really.
Oh, it looks cool.
So how did he put
You
it?
think so?
Yeah. Really?
Look at this, guys. It keeps on going and going and going. There's like no end. That's how big this entire Hare Krishna community is. Ecstasy. My brother here, he's in great jubilation and great, ecstasy because he feels like he's back home in Vrindavan.
First of all, I love that topic. Second of all, when we were at this farm, we were invited by a lovely couple for lunch. So we went to their house, and like my brother said, we were astonished. Any water that they used in their house came up from a well, and any electricity that they did have, it was due to solar panels. So again, they weren't connected to any electrical source outside any grid. It was just, through the sun. And they were taking energy from the sun and water from the earth, the wells that they had. And whenever it was cold, they had wood, and they just used that to warm their house. But an interesting thing is that, do we need much to be happy? And also how our consumerism culture, it's depleted our sources. We take more than we need, actually, and we waste the resources that we have. And this point came to me when our host told us a story. And she told us a story of her nephew who used to take a shower for 1 hour every single day while living in the city. He would take a hot shower and he'd love it so much he'd just keep taking a shower, and his mom would scream and bang on the door and say, "What are you doing? You're wasting water." But he never understood that. So then he came to visit the couple at the farm. And in the farm, they didn't have running water. They just had well water. So our host, she was smart. She said, "Come, nephew, you can take as much shower as you want. However, you have to warm the water that you want to use." So he was like, "Okay, how do I warm the water?" I said, "Okay, look outside. There's a bunch of wood. You take that wood, you put it on the furnace, you wait for the water to heat. No, she said, go get the water from the well in a bucket and then heat up that water, wait for it to heat and then use it. And the nephew did not take a shower for 1 hour. He took it for like 5 minutes because he knew, wow, it takes so much wood to warm water. It takes so much effort to just lug water out of a well. So this immediately taught him how to stop wasting resources that we have. And when our host sent her nephew back home, then the mother called her and she was like, sister, how did you do that? That's amazing. He doesn't waste water anymore. He doesn't waste electricity anymore. So yes, we don't need much to be happy. And we can't realize that often in our cities, in our consumerism culture, because we waste so much. So that's one thing that I learned while I was there, and that really astonished me. It was like, yeah, you don't need much to be happy, and we should stop wasting precious resources that we have. Save planet Earth.
And you know, our hosts, you know, the organizer of the festival, you know, they were so sweet and loving. It was like, you know, 10 p.m. at night, and we were hungry, you know. We got to keep our gains, in it. So we asked them, we're hungry, and, you know, before we knew it, they were already in the house preparing sandwiches made with love, made with a lot of tasty organic foods that were grown in their own farm. So it just blew our minds. Like, you know, usually us city people, we run to the shops, we're like, you know, and we can't find something, or, you know, we decide to just, you know, get some crisps or something, you know,
Processed
fast food.
food,
Yeah. But, you know, here, not only are they living a simple, you know, self-sufficient life, but they also, you know, have abundance, plenty of food, plenty of vegetables. You know, they have all the healthy things, the good things. They're living a way better life than people that are in the city, you know, doing a 9 to 5 and slogging and working hard, because they work hard for Radhe Shyam. They work hard for Krishna. And that's the difference. One thing that really stole our hearts this time, especially in this farm community in Hungary, is everyone just works for Radhe Shyam. Radhe Shyam are the main deities, the presiding lords of the entire farm, and they're the most beautiful, really. Look, I'll show you right now. They're so beautiful, they charm and captivate your hearts, and everyone does everything for them, you know? Everything is for Radhe Shyam. So like, even if the community has fireworks, they make it for Radhe Shyam. They put Radhe Shyam's small deities there so they can watch. So everything is, the center of everything is Radhe Shyam. And that's what it boils down to. Who are we? Right? When you simply live for bodily needs, you won't be satisfied, right? Because you're more than just the body. And it comes down to the basic philosophy, again, of the Bhagavad Gita, right? The basic philosophy, we are the spirit souls. And if you're the spirit soul, you can't eat burgers and chips and be satisfied. You can't watch a gazillion Netflix shows and be satisfied. That's just the reality. That's why you hanker for something more. Because reality is, you need God. You need Krishna, right? In the farm community, everyone serves Radhe Shyam. Everything is for Radhe Shyam. So you can see everyone is so satisfied. Everyone is happy because they're serving Radhe Shyam. They're serving the divine. They're serving God. They make everything about him. They grow beautiful vegetables. They offer it to Radhe Shyam. They grow organic products and they grow flowers. They offer it to Radhe Shyam. They make a garland for him. They do everything. You know, we make beautiful kirtan. We make beautiful kirtan stuff you guys see us do. We do that for Radhe Shyam. We glorify Radhe Shyam with our musical abilities. We sing for them. We play drum for them. Everything, the center of the whole existence of their life is their lordships. And that is the key. And that's what we wanted to share with you guys today. If you try that, let us know in the comments. Try for a few days just to make the center of your life God. Do everything for him in relationship to him. And comment down below. Let us know how you feel, how it made you feel. Watch your life transform.
Okay, so you made a great point. You said that they're happy and like bodily needs are going down at the farm, and they're not using many resources. We're saving the planet, but also what makes them happy is a step beyond that, and that is that they're serving Radhe Shyam. Radhe Shyam is the center of their life. So my question to you, and let's get a little philosophical here, is why? Why is it that when we put Krishna or Radhe Shyam in the center of our lives, why does it fulfill us? That's what I want to ask.
That's a beautiful question, my bro. I love it. Do y'all know? Maybe you want to comment right now. Let us know.
Yeah, just pause the video, comment down below. We can see who has the right answer.
Yeah, and we will respond back to you guys too, because we want to get to know you too, you know? Listen, according to the Bhagavad Gita and according to Srila Prabhupada, right? Srila Prabhupada, our founder Acharya, the one that spread this Krishna consciousness all over the world. According to him, the main reason that you will feel satisfied and happy, like these farm devotees in Hungary and New Vraja Dham, is because you are part and parcel of God. And if you reconnect yourself with God, if you make him the center and you serve him rather than serving your own senses and mind, that will lead to real satisfaction and happiness because you're reconnecting with your source. Is that what you were looking for, Yogi?
Yeah. So basically what you're saying is because we're parts of Krishna, when we serve the whole, when we serve him, it automatically satisfies us. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the beauty of it, isn't it? It's like
Yeah.
a scientific process, literally.
And an easy example to explain this is the body. Is that if a hand tries to independently enjoy like cake,
Yeah.
if my hand is doing this to cake and it's getting squished, I'm not getting any nutrition. I can't even taste it.
Right.
So the hand has to work with other organs. Like I have to put it in my mouth. My teeth have to chew it. I have to swallow it, and then it goes in my stomach, and automatically my hand is satisfied because it's serving the whole. So that's an easy example to explain how when we, as parts and parcels of Krishna, serve him, then we will get satisfied because that's who we are. That's our nature as spirit souls.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a beautiful example given in the Bhagavad Gita, right? For y'all that don't know, here's a link to the Bhagavad Gita. Go read it right now. It'll transform your life. There's a beautiful example, analogy given in the Bhagavad Gita that describes this lady and she's taking care of a bird in a cage. Now, here's the thing, guys. This lady only takes care of the cage. She polishes the cage every day, right? She makes sure it's shiny. But she completely neglects the bird inside. Now, the bird doesn't care how the cage looks. The bird needs its food. So in the same way, we take care of our bodies. Yeah, we like, use the best creams in the market. We make sure we're eating, we're working out. Okay, but it's like cleaning the cage if you don't take care of your real self, the bird inside, which is the soul. And the soul needs spiritual nourishment. It needs God. It needs Krishna because it's a part of Krishna, right? You gotta recharge. And the only way to do that is connecting with God. And the way to connect with God is by chanting his names, doing devotional services. Devotional services literally just means doing things for God, right? And his devotees. So,
Which is what they were doing at the farm.
absolutely. And we were completely touched and mind blown by the farm devotees in New Vraja Dham. Their mood is, again, all about Radhe Shyam, right?
And what I noticed is that because their whole life is centered around Radhe Shyam, their hearts are so open and so big.
Yeah.
They're ready to share everything in their house. I mean, they told us how their door is never locked. No door in Vraja Dham is ever locked because anybody can come at any time, take what they need, or if they need counseling or help or just advice or just to be with a friend, they can just knock on the door, walk in, and just, connect.
Yeah.
So again, their hearts are so big because once they're connected to their real sources, they're so happy. From inside, they're so happy. They're ready to share love. Now, how many of you have taken a bus and everybody's faces in the bus in the city is like, and nobody wants to look at each other. Nobody wants to smile or have a pleasant conversation because everyone's so closed and miserable because they're not connecting. So this connection that happens when you connect to Krishna, when you connect to others with Krishna, it's phenomenal. It makes you compassionate, it makes you full of love, full of life, full of joy.
Guys, at this farm, so there's many houses. Yeah, it's a big community. It's humongous. I don't know how many acres there are. You guys should definitely go visit this once in your life at least, okay? New Vraja Dham-Hungary. It's beautiful. It's like maybe 2 hours away from Budapest. And so what they have done is they've even recreated Vrindavan in a way. So they have the Yamuna River there, they have Govardhan Mountain, they have Radhakund, Shamakund, they have the different, samadhis, the different tombs of the different saints there. So they've recreated the spiritual world, so that you can always be absorbed, in God and God's home and God's people. That's the beauty of life. You don't need much. Yet when you have God, you have everything. You're so satisfied in the heart. Yeah?
Oh, an interesting thing that I was thinking about is this, is connecting, is how as people, we all crave connection. And in the city, this connection craving is satisfied through social media. Like you see young generation, young people like you and I, we're always on Instagram or Facebook or WhatsApp or Twitter. There's so many things. Just why though? Why is a young person in the middle of the night on Instagram? Because they're craving to connect. They wanna be with other people, but they're doing it in an unnatural way. And that's what city life is doing to us. It's making everything unnatural, anyways, this is a segue, but just like that water example, it's unnatural to have so much hot water to waste on a bath, but we do it anyway. So the culture that we're creating, it's a little unnatural. So when we went to this farm, how do they get their connection? That's one interesting thing. Like this couple that invited us for lunch, we spent 7 hours there. Guys, no joke. We were with them for 7 hours. We ate and we talked and I looked at them and they weren't just being polite. They weren't just like, oh, we have to entertain these people. They were like trying to connect and it felt amazing. I mean, I wasn't even tired because it was an exchange of heart. It was an exchange of ideas and it was so beautiful. And they told us how every day in their house, there's always at least one other person who comes for lunch, like just to be with a friend, just to talk. And our host, Mr. Radhe, he was saying how like his best friend lives across the street, so whenever he needs, he comes. Or how kids, they know that their house is full of sweets, so they always knock on the door, jump in, and they eat sweets. And sometimes when the lovely couple come home, their house is filled with people, and sometimes someone needs a room to stay. So this connection that we crave is so easily available when you have simple living. They live on a farm. They live with just each other,
Right.
and they help each other out. Whenever someone doesn't have cheese, they just go to their house, open the cupboard, without even saying hi, take the cheese, and they walk out. And 2 days later, our hosts tell us there's cheese in their pantry because they replaced that cheese. So these examples is just to show you how this connection that we crave can very easily be achieved by talking to each other and being in an environment where, it's not so much about screens. It's more about who's next to you or who's in front of you. So yeah, we can achieve that craving.
And to finish off with cravings, like we all actually crave for a hero, be it a cinema star or a sports star. We're all craving to worship someone, someone to look up to, our role model. But you find that, complete whole hero in God, actually. And when you look at him and you worship him, you will feel the most satisfied, the most happy. And like he said, look for connections in people, in other people, not online on social media, because you're not going to find it. It's just going to leave an empty void in your heart. Like social media, like we use social media or this platform on the internet just to share. and then we go back to connecting. So that's why you don't see every small little detail of our life, because we're not trying to, like show off or just post all the good moments or every moment. It's just about sharing an experience and then going back and experiencing more, right? Being present, connecting with others. So it's really important we change our mindset and really start living simpler and thinking higher, right? So Prabhupada had this slogan, simple living, high thinking. And people at the farm, the devotees at the farm, have completely nailed it. And it's amazing. It's stolen our hearts. Heck, we'd love to live there. If any of you farm devotees are watching, shout out to our Shyam Jew, our Hungarian mama, and Radhe. We'd love to like just move and serve Radhe Shyam like completely all day, every day. Sounds amazing. We also got some pretty good workouts in the farm. Hey,
Yeah.
seriously, come on. You don't need much to exercise, and especially, connecting with the devotees, connecting with Radhe Shyam. That was our highlight. So little thoughts on simple living, and also on if you need much to be happy or not. I hope you guys got the sense that you don't need much to be happy. People want things, but they don't need that much. All right, we're gonna leave you guys at that. If you have any questions below, or if you want, different topics to be talked about, let us know. Comment, and make sure you like the video. It really helps us. So like, comment, and make sure you're subscribed. Tell your friends. Share the word. Share the love. All right. Well, sign off, mate.
Well, it was great doing this with you guys. We'll see you next time. Stay tuned for the next video. Radhe Shyam.